Ladies, I am so sick, and gentlemen, of this sponge, but I love what it does when I have to wash a glass or a bottle. So I'm going to use yarn right there to replace this. And I'll make several of them so that I can just throw them in the wash. So I'll be back. So I took it apart. That's what I came up with. Look at there. So now I need to recreate this. It broke right there. Or broke from over here maybe, I don't know. Because I kept putting it back together. So I'm in my office getting ready to work. But anyway. So I'm going to recreate this by crocheting. Something that looks like that. So when I get it going, I'll come back and show you what I came up with. But it's got to be about that wide, about that thick to get it back in there and to stay until I pull it out and wash it. Because it was just kind of rolled up into itself like that. And then pushed inside of that hole. Okay, for mine I'm chaining 13, and the reason why is because I measured it from here to there. And then I'm just going to do the back loop for right now. I'll be back. My back loop is here. I go into the back loop, each little bump right there, all the way across. By going into the back loop, I create this side looks just like this side. Alright? So I have a finished edge just by going into the back bump. See, this is the right side. You flip it over. Sorry. The bump's on the back. Okay, at the beginning I said I chained 13, but I actually chained 15. And then I went into the first one. The second loop. So that's going to make me have 14 stitches. But what I want to show you again is how you're going to make it look like that. This is the back part of the chain. That's the front side of the chain. So what I'm doing is going and picking up that back loop and just doing a single crochet in it. And you can do any stitch like this. You can use it on any other applications you want. I love this technique using the back loop. Not the back loop, the back part of the chain. I call it the bump, the back bump. And then when I get to the end, I'm going to just get rid of my tail by crocheting it right in so I don't have to weave it in. Sometimes it's a little tight. Getting in here, I'm trying to keep this in frame so you can see what I'm doing. For those of you this might be new to, that's the last one. There we go. And I'll just pick up that tail and start weaving it right on up my work. Because I'm going to chain one and I'm going to turn my work. Now, the thickness of this might be thick enough. What do you think? Just do one. I might just need to do one. Nah. Need to do another one. So I'm going to do another row. In that row, I'm going to do back loops because I want to make it thick. So when I'm saying, so I've chained one, and I'm going to go in here and come out the second one with a single. So again, I'm going to go in the next one and come through the next one with a single. I'm going to go, so that's called, those are bars now. Those singles have become bars. I'm going to go in and behind. And I'll turn it around in a second and show you what it looks like. I think that very first one I skipped. I skipped one right there. Alright, because you should go on the very next one. Now if it was a double crochet, it would be easier to go back around what's now called the bar of the stitch, but because these are singles, it's going to be really tight. But you'll get it. Stay in frame. So let me pull it. See? So I'm going in there and coming out the next one. And if you turn it this way, got 2 more to do. Chain 1 and turn. Now look at there. See how thick that is. Something to work with there. Alright, so then I'm going to stop right there. Now what my thought is, because I want this middle part to be a little thick, and there's 15 of these, so I'm going to go. I'm creating as I go along. I did chain 1, so I'm going to slip stitch 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. So 6 and 6 is 12, right? So then I'm going to chain up 1, go back in there. So that's 1, 2, and 3. So do you see what I just did? So now there should be 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So something's not right. 1, 2, 3, 4. So I can only do 2. I'm going to chain 1 and return my work. I'm trying to create, so I'm doing chain, singles, I'm sorry. You know where I'm creating this, right? Oh, that's hard, right on film. Alright, so what I'm trying to do is to create that space there. So when I roll it into itself, it's a thickness right there. Got it, got it? Now, we got to figure out how to go up and back. So I know I have to chain to meet this one. So that's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 chains. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 chains. See there? Turn my work. And do the same thing. Go on my back loops like I've been doing. And I need to do 1 more so that I can go on the second one. Oh, I'm out of frame. 1, 2, doing those back loops, back bumps, 3, 4, 5. So now I'm into the work. So that'll be 1, 2, and 3. Then I'll chain 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I'll chain 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Turn my work around. Go in that second one. Create the same thing. 1, 2, 3. Four, 5. Go right across the top. 1, 2, 3. So now I'm at the second one, so I need to do that back loop. So you're always going to have to know where you're at, because one side is going to be off than the other. 2, 3, 4, and 5. And turn my work. Guess I don't want height, so I'm gonna chain 1 and I'll slip stitch across till I get to that middle part again. Get to that middle, chain up 1, go on to that next one. 1, 2, 3, and then I'm going to go behind on this side, because this side isn't done. 2, these are called the back loop, the back post, I'm sorry. Chain 1 and turn. So that's done. They're both done. So now I have 2. So what you think? Think those will work? Okay, I'm going to create some and then see what happens if I roll them into themselves. Will I come out with those things? I might. Okay, I'm going to do about 5 or 6 more rows and we'll come back. Alright, so that's what I've come up with so far. One of them only put 6 chains instead of 5 chains instead of 6, so it's a little shorter. But so far that looks good, and what'll happen is I'll roll it up into itself like that. Something like that, I guess. And then, where's my thing? I might not need to do too many because the yarn is kind of thick. So I'm going to push this through there. Like that. There we go. So it looks like I can still get about 3 or 4 or 5 more petals. So let me go a little further because I still got some room to put some in there. Not as cute, but it'll get there. Let's see. I bet you it'll do what it's supposed to do. Alright, I'll be back. Okay, so I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 petals at the thickness. And then I took these and made these a little, I didn't do the back loop on these 2 right here because I needed to be a little bit more flimsier. This is kind of thick and it don't move around. So I'm thinking this project will best be done with some thinner weight yarn rather than 4-ply. Maybe I can get something really thin like this. I got some really thin. The next one I'll make with some maybe 3-ply or even 2-ply. Okay, and then I just made this one and then I'm just slip stitching and I'm going to cut it and then I'm going to roll it up. And I found the best way to roll it up. Oh, my job is calling me to work, but they have to wait. I'm not going to work right now. I'm doing a video. So you guys are going to have to wait because I'm not ready to work. See, this is my work. I'm a live ops operator. Let's see what you guys want me to do. I'm going to turn you off right now. Go offline. Okay. All right, back to you. So I love to do my videos just like I'm at home, just like the rest of you guys, just getting vision and trying to work in between. So I think I'm trying to fold it so that each petal is inside of each petal and roll like that. Or another way I did it was I did this one in half, then I did this one in half, and then I rolled it up, and then I'm gonna push it through the thing. I'll be right back and show you. Alright, I'm gonna fold it. I'm gonna fold this one into it. I'm gonna fold it in half. Got those threads, I'll get those later. I'm gonna fold it. Now let's see if I can push it through here. So what you have to do is, might have too much, but push it through. There's got to be pretty tight in order for it to stay on there. There we go. See, it's taking a little work there. Got it in. Alright, there it is. Now, it doesn't look I think it's going to do what I need it to do. And I really think the thinner ones, where is it? The thinner ones versus the thicker ones are going to work better. So we need to make a bunch of thinner ones with thinner yarn. This is pretty thick yarn. 4-ply might be a little bit too thick. I'm thinking sock yarn, really good yarn. Go buy like a $7 or $8 skein, 12, and then you can make up 15, 10, or 4 or 5. I don't know how many you can get out of a 200, 300 yards. I'm not sure. But that's my thought. Then I'll go push it in the sink and show you what I did. Now see, if I was going to keep this on here, I would go through and tack that one, tack that one, tack that two together, and tack that. But my whole purpose was to be able to take it off and throw it in the wash. That was my whole purpose. I hear you down there coughing. But let's go see if it works in the kitchen, okay? Let's see when I get it wet if it'll work. Alright. I'm going to do one. I mean, it's okay. You know, and I can throw it in the wash. I'm going to do another kind with a different, I can wring it out. Wrings out good. I think I like it. But I want to do some different yarns. I get some cotton yarn, because cotton work, you know, is good when you're working with water. And doesn't hold the water as much as this does. And I'm going to try a couple of other strands, and I'm going to look at my scrap pile. Let's go to my scrap pile. Here's my scrap pile. Alright, I like this. Pretty thin. This is pretty thin. This is a little cottony. Now this is a sock yarn. I might put all three of them together. Those are my 3 balls. Let's see what I can get out of this. And at the end I'll show you the 2 or 3 that I came up with and how they worked. Hopefully that gave you some ideas. Well, here we are. I have 25 of these on each side. And now I'm just going to roll it and then stick it into the white one I already have in the kitchen, and I've washed dishes with it a couple times. Only thing I got to say about that is, you know, it takes longer to dry. But here we go. I'm just going to roll it. Maybe I'll roll it to meet each other. I'll roll a little bit on this side. Keeping the little tentacles out. Roll it to meet itself. There we go, 2 of them. And I'll roll it on top of itself. There we go. Now here comes the hard part, pushing it through the hole. What you think? So, I'll feed it through there. Make sure I get them all in. And I think it will work really good with some cotton yarn. What this is. My scrap yarns, I don't have labels on them, so I can't really tell you exactly what the... This is kind of like a yarny thread. I haven't done the sock one yet. Alright, they're all in. Alright, I'm going to pull it to the middle. Okay. Now if I was going to leave it, I would do some glue and some other stuff, but I want to be able to reuse this and wash it. And this was what I used. It's like a thread. Kind of thread. But it comes out really stretchy. Alright, so my sister was over and I showed it to her and she laughed at me. When my daughter comes, she's really going to be laughing at me. But that's how my mind thinks. I just see stuff and say, oh, I can recreate that by crocheting. So I think it's going to work. I like this one a little bit better than the first one I did. I made these smaller. Alright, so hopefully that gave you some ideas of something you can do. If not, we'll just have fun. Yeah, but I don't think I showed my face in the whole video today. So let's turn it around and see what we got going on here. Well, hello, everyone. And this is Dana with Designs by Dana. And leave me some comments. And as always, I love crocheting and passing on information. You be blessed because you are blessed by the best. I figured out something at the end. I took one off of the one side and one off of another side and just tied one little tie in it all the way around. And it closed it in pretty much on there, and I don't have to worry about it coming off until I'm ready. I didn't tie any knots because I want to take this off and be able to wash it once I'm done. Alright. Thanks for watching.